Hey guys, all right, let's do this. I'm going to show you how fast you can duplicate a site, especially when you want to consolidate, get everything all into one place using GoHighLevel as that hub for all things. Because when you want conversion, you don't want to have jump into one spot, log in, check your other numbers from a different platform, then go over to your email. Then no, we want to knock this out one place for all things. That's what I'm going to get into here today. I'm going to show you how quickly we can actually duplicate that site, put it inside of HighLevel. Then we're going to actually go through the process of simplifying in the next video how to complete all those pieces to put it into one location. But today I'm just going to go streamline and show you how quickly this gets done. So I'm going to obviously turn my face out, right? That's gone. Now let's get to it. I'm going to move everything out of the way and we're going to show you in real time how long this takes. Actually, I'm going to keep the timer back in here before we move forward. This is actually a site we created, simple, easy, straightforward, called mydigitalmarketing.com. And it's one of our main sites. We have several. And as I hit play, refreshed it, it's pretty quick. It's not a heavy site. That's the one thing. We've made this pretty light, pretty easy. One pager, nothing crazy. And on purpose, we did this. We created this from scratch on a different hostings, basically a company that's called Show It. I'm sure many of you know what that looks like, and I'm not going to get into it, but basically you can build fast sites. There is no real true way, and that's what we've noticed is like if you want to get into SEO, you want to make sure that you're, getting found, especially for the SEO side and AEO, right? There are the new initiatives from Google and all the major browsers, and search found with AI, that is not going to help you, right? So that's the one drawback I will say. Yes, they are robust, they're amazing, they look great, they're fast, right? Nothing crazy, easy to set up, easy to for the user to get a site up and running, but it just still takes time. Still takes even this alone for us to build all the pages out, set up the links, making sure everything's functioning like it should, the right videos in the backdrops, and some of them a little grainy. The short examples of our landing page that are mobile right into this site because it is very mobile friendly. I will say that. All the video content running smoothly, no glitches, right? You can see that here in our examples of our social channels that we had to help these companies do amazing. Got some great results for them on their social channels, right? It got them not only just, that's the key thing too. We're not just going after views. Yes, this will get the job done. It's new school. It's in, trending and we're doing all the majors for them. But the crazy thing is these were the ones that actually were converting into actual conversations then turn and convert into clients for them. That's what did the job. And conversations is where it's at, right? You build trust. The faster we can do that whole process of trust building all the way through till conversion, I mean, that's usually 7 different types of touch points. And it starts with social. A lot of people go from, hey, I heard about you. Then they go here to a website, right? Say like this, My Digital. Then they go to our social channels. They go search that. Then they go see, okay, well, I'm going to go back to the website. Who they work with? Okay, cool. And then they're going to go search these people and they find out, oh yeah, I mean, they've got good reputation. They've got plenty of Google reviews. They've got all the things. And then after those 8 or 9, maybe sometimes 15 we've seen up to, they go and work with you. So that's why it's important not only to be able to have everything into one place. This is the reason why I'm creating this video, because it's so important to be able to taper things down to one location. Otherwise you're logging into so many different places just to get this done, right? So what I'm going to do as easy as this. So we're going to start with copy and pasting this URL, and we're going to say, please recreate. We're going to model this because we have already done it once, this website, and cover all aspects from brand imaging. Let's see, we're going to say as well as, sorry, I got stuff going on in the background there. Brand imaging. We're going to make sure we're hitting on all aspects to where buttons, branding, right? So everything, location, video content, right? We're going to ask them to model it for now because this on page, font, colors. Now we're also going to just simply put, we want this to be as close as possible to the original. So that's pretty much a pretty simple prompt, just that. Because we don't want to have this is our own site. I could type, I promise, to the original and get this knocked out. So sorry about the background noise, guys. And then here is the site. Boom. I dropped that in here. We're going to time how long this takes. So we're right now at 6:45. Boom. I'm going to hit go. We'll time it out. And as this goes and does its thing, it's going to, basically track. You'll see this progress going through from spot to spot, right? On this little dial here. You can see the progress as well going on this left side, this left window. That's where my prompt is. And you can always copy paste the prompt if it's not working. We've had it happen before where it just kind of freezes, right? It always says this too. I've noticed this where it's being used. There's a lot of people being on this here using it. So with high latency can temporarily, right, slow things down. Close that up, very aware of it. Then as this works, it's going to show you too how long it's been thinking. 42 seconds, pretty right on. If you watch the timer here at 7:40, been a minute right as of right now. That's 1 minute down. So we're going to do this. We're going to let it do its thing. We're going to come back to the main site here, this one. I want to say that there's also aspects to the site that we're going to have to come back in here. You can't just expect it to do everything, including your buttons. I do want these to be clickable, and then even this is not a link. It's actually just saying the process right here. There is your clickable link, right, to book call now. That actually opens up a calendar. So we're going to have to attach those calendars, right, back to the original. We're going to have to knock out some of these things separately and manually. You can have, that's a crazy thing, you can have it create those links, and it can create a calendar. Forms it will do for sure. Calendars are separate. It can create a link, but you still have to connect that to the GoHighLevel calendar, which this is what I'm going to show you as well. Super simple. These buttons are not going to be clickable. They should be clickable, I should say, but what happens is right now we have it so showing this when we work with degree 33, then paid ads, some of the paid ads we were running, right, for our the companies, one of the companies, this was actually a real estate listing agent, pretty awesome guy. And then his social ads combo, so both and, so it gives a little bit of both, right, a taste of what we did for him on both sides. Some of them were ads that were social, also show social posts, which if you understand ads, you'll know what I'm saying. It's both and. Whereas if we're just strictly running ads through his channel, then you're going to see specific ones are bold and like, which we actually wanted to make sure that people were clicking on for the ads. They also do end up on Instagram page, right? The page, but for the most part, when we're just running the social channel, we're running video, we're running very much so clean, professional, highlighted. Some of them, in all honesty, we don't spend a ton of production because they don't need it. When you're running products, I do recommend nicer high-end visuals and all, and you don't, but here's the thing, you don't need to spend a ton of money on their production equipment, gear, time, lighting, you name it. As long as you have nice outdoor, like golden hour, right? This is what we found, the golden hour, right moment, right before the sun was setting, high-end, brand new, obviously smartphone, boom. And with this came no sound, it was just textual graphics, right? That came while we run ads, or sorry, when we ran social media for them. So that was just a quick thing. And then our pricing, we put that in here. As far as packaging, we continue to see this here, book a call now button there. Here's our examples. These are just real-time examples running, right? So people can see what that looks like. And then another book a call here. So throughout the whole site. Once again, here we're gonna have to probably fill in some of these buttons, right? To actually show visibly what we did for landing pages, different types, different companies. He was just, this one's for a good friend, Ryan D. Lee, and he was solo, just going hardcore for his brand, building up his brand and what he does for the financial realm. That's so many people free to build wealth. So awesome. We built a single individual solo page, a one-pager site that would end up being his brand site for his personal brand. And then we have a landing page for the company called the Catalyst Wellness Company, focusing strictly on helping people get to ultimate health. Doesn't matter what they're going through. Some of the things were cleaning up people's health so well that they were overcoming their like skin disorder or health, their gut, finding out their blood work, getting, really truly granular on people's health, helping them overcome a lot. And it's so amazing. Really cool company. Built some landing pages for them as we ran ads. So we run ads to the landing page and then lead magnet. So for our friend who's a real estate agent, he was a listing agent, was wanting to get people in the door and get familiar and give them massive value. So they had a flip book, right, to understand these aspects too. Want to either get a first time home buyer, things like that. So cool how he built this out. We just basically did the brand and matched the brand, and the free lead magnet worked out so well to bring in people, did really highly successful. So this was just some examples, but you have to click through each of these tabs, right, to be able to see them. So that we're gonna have to do that in the new site. Then book a demo right here, and that's for same calendar. It'll bring it back to the top. It does this book of the strategy, which is this calendar. We have to do work on that, and if I scroll all the way back down, then book a call, which is the same. So the demo is different. I think we've moved that to a different page. So that covers the whole entire thing. I'm going to go back and see where we are. So then it's, let's see, 1340. Okay, we've gone a few minutes and it's still working, right? Still global setup, hero, one stop. And as these start to knock through one at a time, you'll see I'm going to come back, I'm going to pause this, I'm going to come back when it's done, and we'll see, I'll give you real time honesty when it started and where we are now. So we are back and running. So I've actually taken a pause and went and timed this out. So this was a total of almost 7.5 minutes after that. So we were at 6:45. I paused this obviously, so the time is now back and running. We took about 7.5 minutes and now we're back. And this is the results. And actually it's before it's finishing. It finished thinking, did a creation of the page, which is not bad. I mean, this is on point. This obviously needs to be enlarged, right? These are really small, but for the most part, it's actually putting brand in there from one of our initial main sites. So we're taking from the original brand. It is implementing what we already have done, which I prefer using, one instead of trying to click through, which sometimes people weren't clicking through because they didn't know they were, but it wasn't obvious that this is obvious. Once you hover over that and you see it highlight, really cool. Here, same thing, they highlight. And if you can see here, it's using that original content. Then I go paid ads and it's not clickable. So that's what we'll have to change, right? And I could just leave that and use it as a way to redirect, but I have to fix that. Again, not bad, right? Original video from there, book a call now. And what it's asking now for the book a call, because it's recreated this section as well, which is interesting. It took that video, which was our main header video, and put it into this little tiny window where I'll have that removed. These are fine, right? Limited availability, great little, kind of context to keep things moving, keep people from sitting and hesitating, right? There's your book a call there, same video before. Actually, it's moved this down, which is fine. In this video as well, instead of actually having those 3 landing pages here where I'm noticing it's not the right landing page, right? Like that with the 3 that were in there. Then this section, not bad. Book a demo now. I can put the demo here link now, reset that, and then as well as the book a call still remains. So it's asking which calendar which we should use. It's choosing several different ones. I'm just going to go with 30-minute calendar, connect that, right? Let that do its thing. It should take just a few minutes and then publish it and run this whole preview. So that's how quickly you can do this. I just wanted to make sure you are aware how fast. Then when we go through, I'm going to do a quick duplicate. We'll duplicate this window. So this continues to do its thing. This is now going to open a whole new page, calendar integration, connect. Okay, so that's going as it's processing, right? It still duplicates this section. But what I like to do is while this is doing its thing, I'm going to go out of here. I'm going to go back to here and just show you what we're going to want to do. Is we're going to attach the chat widget. So I'm going to go over to chat widget here. It's under sites, inside the chat widget. We're going to have a default chat widget live. All we're going to do is we're going to create a new one, all in one, for the purpose of this demo, how fast we can do this. Live, SMS, voice, Facebook, Instagram, which is fantastic. We want all those for this purposes of all, right? Catch all. We're going to leave it all original. I'm not going to change anything. You can customize all these things. The message it says, you can enable custom greeting, right? The widget, basically how it's customized itself, even the person inside here, the image, you can change that image to someone on the team, alternate text instead of avatar, right? And then where it's positioned, right? Where we want that position, lower right, which it is currently. That's pretty standard. Then you can go to the chat window, what opens up and which way they want to communicate. We do not have, let's see, for example, WhatsApp, we don't have that. This is chat with voice, so if they want to call, and this all looks good currently. You can change all and customize everything here. Have a question. One by one, I'd go through this and make sure you fine tune everything. The messaging itself, when actually someone comes through and the live chat is done, if there's feedback afterward or feedback submission, right? It says thank you afterwards, and then chat ended, just started your chat. And then down here in acknowledgement, just making sure that people are acknowledged after they've sent their message or called or talked with someone on there through the chat voice, right? And then at the very bottom is different languages you can set. And then the agent themselves, you want to attach the right agent. We've got that already ready to go here. Hope, and she's a support agent, making sure that she answers everything on ask. So then I changed the title. This is chat widget 2. Right now we're going to leave it as that, and then we're going to save, and we're going to get the code. Boom, copy that. And this should have, okay, so it's still working. And the funny thing is I might have made a little mistake in going a little too soon and going in here and creating this, right? These all in one. It is not going to be the default, right? We haven't made that the default. Right now, this is the default. And just wanted to show you how quickly you could create a chat widget, right? And then with regards to how this is progressing, and then it was just supposed to select that one calendar and link that to every one of these buttons here when it's time to book a call. So let's give it a couple more minutes. We'll come back and then we'll finish this process of putting in the widget. Oh, hey, as I'm talking. Nice. So integrated. Fantastic. Okay, so if we wanted to preview, I could, but I'm going to wait till after I do this. I'm going to do that one task, which is please add this chat widget, right? Widget to the site, and using the following code, and go from there. Copy paste. So now it's going to go in there and start considering the best placement, that's pretty smart. It does it for you, but we want it to obviously be the bottom right, not the top right, since we have a book a call strategy here, right? Clickable link right there when someone hovers. And we could probably make that even more prevalent, like making sure that the actual text changes total color to black or something like that. Or we could make this a button, or very more obvious for the users, right? Boom. Okay, so it's working, and look at that, already in. Cool. So obviously we're gonna let it do the process. We're not gonna jump to preview yet, and we're not gonna publish it just yet. So we're gonna wait till that finalizes, and we'll come right back. Perfect. So that was only a couple more minutes, and at the end of the day, this chat widget is now in there. Now it's reloaded, ready to rock and roll, right? And then this time around, I'm going to actually preview, but we're not gonna preview there because the two tools were added. Good to go with that. We could continue to add an exit intent pop-up. If someone was to come up here and go get off the site, boom, it'll pop up a window, some type of form, which I do definitely recommend for sites like this, a one pager. Or if you scroll with this, pull it to the right, you can go left and right here. Down at the bottom left in this area here, you create a dedicated pricing page, right, with detailed package comparisons. I think that's pretty genius. And all these things, I mean, it's suggesting is pretty awesome because we are marketing, right? We're a marketing agency, so we want to make sure we will answer all these questions when people are searching for us. That's what's going to help us with our search as well. Adding subtle scroll animations, that's an additive, right? We don't necessarily need that to service sections. That's fine. It's cool. Makes it more lively, poppy, trendy, all the things. But what we're looking for is conversion, right? We're not always focusing on, hey, let's get this branded site to do all the things and make sure it's like flashy. That's not necessarily what it's about, right? We want to make sure people are, converting. So what I'll say is we can preview. I'll click that preview, and that's not gonna, we do have to publish. So for right now, I'm going to publish this. I'm going to keep it on the Vibe app. We can title this, right? Icon and title. For now, we're going to call it Mavrik. Oops. We'll do caps, all caps, like we always do, dash. We're going to put digital marketing. Yeah, we'll just do digital marketing. Paste that over into here, one pager, right? Social images, we're not going to worry about that right now. It's going to save, right, and let it do its thing. So at least we can now legitimately preview, publish, and then that's done. Publish it. Cool. Now we can actually view the app. So I copy paste, or I just pop that button, and here we go, live. So this is a live link. I could literally send this, right? But obviously we don't want it to say clone and buy preview and all that stuff. We want digital marketing. So that would be the next steps, right? I did all those tweaks that I was telling you about, changes that need to be made, because these are obviously not going to function until I do so. And what I wanted to do, right, is just show you how fast this can be done. The book of the strategy, that's actually going to function like it's supposed to. Make sure that everything is filled in so that we run the test on the calendar itself, right? But thankfully, I mean, even this alone, obviously, like I said, we wanted to make this so that the colors would either shift or go from dark to light, so that they know it's a clickable link, or create a button. So that we'd want to do that. These would be enlarged. We want to make sure that these happy clients, the logos would be a lot larger, more visible, especially for phones and mobile situation. We want to make sure that they're being found where most of the people are using on their mobile app browser, right? They're clicking on their mobile browser. They're not going to be able to see that. Then the book a call now should be the same. We're using the exact same calendar, one calendar throughout the whole thing, not to get people confused. And then, it's working well through here, but like we talked about, this is the landing page section, not necessarily this isn't for everyone section, right? Where we're trying to identify with and connect with marketing packages, different types, which right now this is all fine. It's, we could update this a little bit for our current year. This is not 2024 anymore. We are 2026. This was back when we built it in 2024. All the updates, right? All these updates I mentioned previous, but for now, this is working. I can go in here. I can actually test the chat, voice chat, Facebook, Instagram, wherever they're coming from, and test this individually. And that's the cool thing. They could be using any one of these, and it will still go into our GHL where we want to track everything. So I'm going to close this, go back. Actually, before I do, I'm going to go here right? That's where we created the all-in-one chat. The other thing, like we had just talked about, so we'd want to make sure every avenue as they come in, like suggestion of this intent pop-up. I would say yes. I would say absolutely. Let's make sure that the exit intent pop-up when people try to go up and they're like, okay, and I close my browser or on the mobile phone. It detects that as I hover over the close button, say I was going to go exit, right? And as you do, boom, up comes a pop-up that says, hey, you know what, before you go, make sure to grab something of value. Like that's what I would always say is whenever you do a pop-up, grab something of value, not just book a call, right? Calendar link, say before you go, make sure to connect with us. So that's a hard push if someone's for the first time is just jumping on your website. You want conversions, right? So a better way to go is keep this live so that they can ask questions. Then the pop-up could be a free giveaway, a freebie as a lead magnet, like we always talked about with the intent of, hey, giving value so then they get to know you, like we talked about even with Ivan. So this whole lead magnet that was also set up on purpose so that people could get value and learn more about it, which build that trust fast, give them something that they're looking for, especially since they're looking to, with him, obviously buy or sell a home, right? He gives more than one lead magnet. There's plenty, and that was a great example. So that said, I would go back here. The only other thing I would say, because this is a fully functioning site as of right now, I could literally use this link if I wanted to. I would make sure to go back and make sure we use the actual, so I go over here, this URL, this domain. So that is super easy. I did a video on that a while back on how to transfer your domain into GoHighLevel. We go back here. This is ready. I mean, ultimately, how much more tweaking would probably be another like 30 minutes of work and you're off and running. And that's the main thing I wanted to get across to you guys, to be able to have something like this running real speed, real time, every bit of it. I mean, I'm impressed by the fact that it took videos, little clips that we've been using straight from where it was the source, right? Pulled from the source and then into and not break any rules, right? We're not trying to break any rules whatsoever. It's our own content. It's our example that we've got our clients to sign off that we could use it for everything we want to do, promotions and further, no, we're not breaking any NDAs. Some of the things that are in here already, like imagery, that's not bad, but obviously it would update that. But think about that, how quickly you could do this. I like the fact there, but it's not taking the space. And I would put this on pause to where someone would have to start scrolling to open up this pop-up, or at least the original one, where you refresh, if I refresh it and it's not popping up. See how it's staying closed? Instead of that original message that says, hey, do you have any questions? I would keep it invisible, right? Not visible until someone started to scroll. That's no way to do much better at site loading. It's not going to bear things. I'll close it with this. Today's video, we're hitting, 35 minutes. That's plenty for today. I will get into the next steps on the next video. And then for now, hopefully that makes sense to you. I'll cut off this today or here, but I also want to mention, if you're not already jumping onto HighLevel for all it's worth, that's what I was going to say. This is so vital. If you haven't jumped in here to use AI Studio, right, or tested any of these things, or the AI agents, here's my I'm going to just be straightforward with you. I would absolutely jump in here and test it out for free. You can actually literally jump in here for free. Here it is. This summer you get free AI all summer long, right? Jump in here. It's 100% worth it. Test them. Try it. You get 30 days free, right, through this whole period right here, June 1st, August 31st, 2026, this year, and there's nothing like it. Just running tests like I just did. You would be so surprised how much you could accomplish for your company, if you're an agency, if you want to start an agency. This is like never before. I would be on this if it was my first time around, if I had to start from scratch. And my wife and I both have talked about this, so how quickly you could do that. And what we could do, and this is the one thing I will say, if you were to come test this through our link, I'll put a link in the description, and you can run this test, but you get all these to test. Run tests on AI, email AI, funnel AI, workflow AI, Ask AI, which is the new function I'll show you in just a second, and then AI Studio, which I just showed you, how fast you can create things, creatively put things together, right, for like a website. And there's the FAQ section. I could get into that on specifically eligibility, right, of the promos, all active paying HighLevel platform customers. It doesn't matter who you are. You all get to use it, test it, run these trials and see if it's worth it for you. And then who's not eligible is sub accounts currently. So people who already have a sub account, right, cannot, and our pay-per-use are not eligible. So those that are pay-per-use. So then I was going to say, if you're wondering like, wow, what is all this stuff? I don't even know what they are. Ask AI. Well, Ask AI, I'm going to go over there now. Quick example of Ask AI, and that is to ask it anything. If you're like, man, I don't even know how to build a funnel, that's what you could start with by testing this out. Jump in here and be like, please create, right, a fully functioning, I'm going to do a quick example, lead magnet, because we talked about lead magnet funnel for my, and we could say digital marketing, you could say whatever company you are, whatever type of business is, say it's a local, company that's like, hey, I do, it's a coffee shop, or let's go back, I'm going to go, we'll go coffee shop, my local coffee shop. And that alone, starting right there, that's all you need. Sorry, I promise to hit the right button and you hit go, it will create everything. I'm not going to do it on this video. I will do that on another one. I have also done it before where I showed you how you could do it. It can help you with your invoicing. You're like, man, this is full on, like it takes a long time to create an invoice and send it to somebody. First time out the gate, as you get familiar, you get fast, but this is how fast it can be done. I showed it on a previous video, how fast. I'll put that in the description, but you can see how quickly it can do all this for you, right? That's what Ask AI is all about. It'll run you through steps. It'll ask you questions. Okay, what are you trying to accomplish with your coffee shop? Is it a free coffee for the first visit, or is it a membership where you get one coffee free every 7 coffees? Things like that. As a lead magnet, it will build that all out for you step by step, ask you questions so it'll get specific on what type of offer you want this to be. It'll break it all down as you go. That's insane. I mean, that's my 2 cents. And then we go back to the summer offers of AI, right? It'll tell you that it's expiring in this many days, 6 days. So that's why I'm saying, please jump on it. It's all definitely worth it. Conversation AI is showing you the example, right, of how to go through process of using conversation AI in an AI setting, right? Going through all this stuff. It's very cool. Very, very cool. And then the AI suite, right? So that opens up this. As an agency who's using it, I'm using the back end for a friend of ours actually turned us onto this, and I'm like, man, this gives us usage and how much AI setup we're needing, and it keeps us on track. How many people are using this from each sub account? But this offer, this get free AI summer, all summer long, is so amazing. I'll leave it at that. I will say the email AI, pretty awesome. It writes campaigns that sound like you and help convert like a pro. So the key though is just to give you insights. It actually responds to emails in your context of your brand, your languaging. It asks you those questions so that when you set this in motion and turn it on, then when people email you, after you've sent out some like either promotional emails or you have a newsletter, things like that, people are following you that opt in and get your updates, like want to stay up to speed on what you're doing. If you're giving out fresh content and they want to literally or sign up with your program, you have a pro coaching program, for example, they want to sign up, they send you an email, it'll answer all the emails back for you, all the way down to getting through them through a buying process, right? It'll do the email invoicing, right? Everything is, if you wanted to, you could just set it up in that depth, and it could take over where you're not touching anything, you're letting it handle everything for you while you continue to do your content building and things like that. So it's pretty amazing. Workflow AI, that's the automation side, so it can actually build out automations really simply, and that is pretty intricate. I won't get into that into this video. I will show you on a different one. I've done that as well, where you're asking workflow or the AI to build out the workflow further or from scratch. You can do that from zero, building automations literally just by typing out a question. Help me build out, as simple as removing someone that, hey, this people who have actually called or opted in and they're like, oh, it's just spam, right? I've actually used that to build out a workflow as fast as 5 minutes. All it took to just take those dialers, those auto dialers that are like using bots to dial us in our program, through our website, right? And it's just annoying, so I just set up the workflow. That's how fast. In 5 minutes, done. With AI, and it was working perfectly for me. Then Ask AI, obviously, I just showed you that, and the AI Studio. So all those are for free all summer long. Definitely want to say take advantage of it. Don't let it slip by, and then next year you're like, man, I should have done that. Right? A whole another year goes by. So that's what I'll leave it at. Hopefully you're getting some out of this. And like I will say, if you do decide to sign up through our link, we're going to put it in the description, then we will throw in, we have a lot of bonuses to give you. I could go through that really briefly. There's courses. There are so many things that we have in our membership area. So these are courses. We have got everything you can think of, from getting further faster in high level. Like this will take you basically through a speedy course, just one step at a time, simple 2 to 3 minute videos, right? ClickBank Master. If you want to learn affiliate marketing, that mastery course. This is done by Quadrell Jones. The guy was awesome, really good, thorough course. We've got our warrior marketing course. We've got brave and expand, how to build a brand that will brave and expand through any situation, through different markets, through storms that you know are gonna come, not ever win, but win. Then you got the e-commerce course. We've got videos that convert, how to create videos that convert, right? Of course, the affiliate training, we have an affiliate system we've got going that it'll clarify all the steps on how to get that going for you. Then we got a quick start guide with AI. So I break that down in this course. This is one of our top courses. And in all honesty, if I go to preview you there, and this course gets you step by step, I'll start it. And obviously there's a welcome. I'll start here. This is where to get going with AI right from scratch, from day one, where to start with GoHighLevel. Then domains, how to get those domains like I was just talking about. Save a ton of money. Subdomain setup, like how quickly you can set up your subdomain. Your first website, like this is one that I'm doing even with you right now. So it's even faster than it used to be, than I did it back when I did that tutorial. Then the workflow automation. So I do that with you. Follow up, how you set up your follow-up systems with AI. I show you how to do that. Snippets, right? How quickly email snippets. That's a fast way to do it when you're in real time needing email or text, right? Snippet, SMS, the conversation AI, right? How to get your conversation AI going. So it could take, depending on how intricate you want this to be, it could take like 30 minutes, but once it's done, it's done. One and done. And now you could use the AI to set that up for you. Ask AI. Then next steps after that, I'm going to be putting in a video here on what to do after that's all done and you're ready to go. So that alone covers the AI side. Quick guide, right? Software onboarding, getting familiar with GoHighLevel one by one. And that's like squaring off on, for the first time, the Brand Academy. That's a huge one we did. Academy covers so much. I won't even get into that right now, but if you want a powerful brand academy that's going to market from scratch, from zero, like from you just started a company and you're like, I need to get my brand on point, this is the course for you. 5 8-day challenges. These are only for those that are joining us in the 5-day challenge to watch those replays or be there live. And then this is our marketing accelerator. That's also live. We do marketing lives. And so we're going to be running this again now that it's summer, to do live video with you, showing you how, if you want to join us, we're going to be doing those weekly. There's free, and then there's also a paid, membership. There's also a coaching program that we do through that. So that is it for the courses, but this is all going to be included with our bonuses, as well as bonuses that we've got so many bonuses. We've got snapshots. We've got so much going on with our bonuses. It's like over I want to say at least 5 levels of bonuses that are measured like so much. I think to me is priceless because we do so much to give. We have so much to give you guys, including automations, including like a snapshot that includes a website, you name it, all the things that when you start in GoHighLevel, if it's for your business or if you're an agency or you want to start your agency and start from scratch, you are already off and running with no hindrance from day one, so that you use this for all it's worth, starting with summer of AI and then going and getting clients or going and actually working with people who need your services, right? Absolutely want to say go after it. And I'll stop here. Pray that you have a great one. Thank you for watching this all the way to the end. We'll see you on the next one, and have a great one.